Welcome to an exciting edition of the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. As you know, the roadshow has been on the roll. We've been to 8 cities and 8 capital cities, by the way, and we are now in KJB. KJB is the capital of Oti region. And guess what? We are going to have a conversation with someone who used to be the district chief executive. He has a palm nut plantation. He has a maize farm. And then importantly, he is able to, somewhere in the midst of all that, have animal production as well as a hotel. There's so much that he has going for him. And therefore, Comfort Ocran, I like to get into trouble. Small, but not much, just a little bit of trouble. So I'm heading straight to the farm to go and feed the chickens. Maybe, who knows, I may be fortunate enough to harvest some eggs, fresh eggs, that I would have for my breakfast tomorrow morning. Therefore, without further ado, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we return, we're having a wonderful conversation with Mr. Kofi Adjei Ntim, or Honorable Kofi Adjei Ntim. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yes. Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Yes. So, madam.
Yes.
This is one part of our layers.
Okay.
So we have about 1,000 of this laying now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you go to buy eggs and you see that the eggs are white, it means it was laid by white birds.
Wow.
So if you go to the brown point,
then
you will see that their eggs are brown.
Okay.
I don't know, they have collected the eggs. How I wish that I could see some egg somewhere. Okay, there's an egg here.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right. I'm coming to. Will you allow me?
Oh, yes, they will.
No, I'm saying that.
Nothing will happen.
Let me. Bye-bye.
Nothing will happen, yes. So, yes. So that is one of the white eggs.
Yeah. So then when you take this, then you would, do you help you wash it?
Yes, we clean it.
Clean it. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the morning is the peak. They would have been laying all night till about 10. By the time you come, you at one go, you can collect like 30 crates at one go.
Wow.
They collected the after one long before you came. This is why you don't have much.
I see.
Yes. So,
wow.
Yeah. Some of the whites can lay twice in a day. This one, the best they do is once in a day.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So now we want to see the pigs.
Okay.
Let's go. So.
Hello, darling.
This is a very beautiful lady. She doesn't like that at all. She's always very neat.
Oh, that's clean. Nice.
Yes. And pregnant.
She just started then?
She had one child already.
Okay.
So this will be the second one.
Okay. So it's almost like you have the breeding ones over here, and then you have the ones that are...
Yes, when they wean, the process of weaning, after 2 months, you take them away from their mother. Okay. Otherwise, they will milk her till she dies. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I see you have nets here. Why?
Because flies, when they sting them, it becomes a form of wound that is difficult to treat.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm preventing fly from coming into the pen. Okay. That is how come that I have the net. Okay. Yes. And flies. And flies in general.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Flies.
But fly is the reason why I did that.
I see.
Learn something new every week and be inspired by innovations, impact, and success stories of individuals making strides in the agricultural, agribusiness, technical, and vocational skill sectors on Ghana Grows Ejuma with Arabo Kumsin and Yabitha. Join us this and every Thursday on Facebook at 7 p.m. at Ghana Grows, also at Comfort Ocran A and at Albert N.E. Ocran. On Fridays at 4 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM and on Sundays at 5:45 p.m. on TV3. Ghana Grows is an initiative of MasterCard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. If you are a young person and you want to be a part of our various interventions, call or WhatsApp Ghana Grows call center on 0308 255 775. Follow us on all our social media handles. Ghana Grows Ejuma. Hope Day.
Welcome back from the break, and we're having a beautiful conversation here in KJB in the Oti region of Ghana, and we're finding out more about this it's talent, but then it's also faceted gentleman. So, I mean, I felt that here is someone we can learn so much from, and as you can see, when we went to the farm, we learned so much. So you're telling me about how many bird facility you have here, and what you've been seeing. So I haven't run this hotel for more than 8 years.
Oh yes, I mean we have 45 rooms here. It didn't start like 45.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many did you start with?
Oh, I started with 12 rooms.
Okay.
That is this first block.
Okay.
And then this came, and then that came, and then the fourth block came from beginning. So it's been through some stage.
Different stages, and in every stage you are increasing
That's right.
what you have on the ground.
That's right.
Do you have a conference facility as well?
We do. We have a 100-seater conference facility there.
Okay.
In the corner.
Okay, so then people can come and stay here and have their conferencing facility.
Oh, yes.
I mean, have their conferences here.
We have hosted conferences here and all manner of meetings. We have hosted the former vice president here about thrice or more.
Okay.
Then the current president, John Mahama, when he had his last rally in KJB, they came here for dinner and their meeting. So
wow.
I think we can be proud of that.
Beautiful.
That, yes, we've been able to host people of that caliber in our facility.
I love that.
And a lot of programs come here. So I think we are doing well.
You're doing well. I like that. I like your modesty.
Yes.
So you have this. Do you in any way use produce from either your farm, your animal farm, or your crop farm to, support the things that go on here?
Oh, very interesting question. Nearly, if you go to our kitchen, the chicken is from our farm.
That means it's very fresh.
Very fresh, very fresh. So this is not like something that has stayed in the fridge for decades before you go and buy. This one is fresh from the farm. And then again, we have the pork from our farm. After the eggs, they are daily.
Daily occurrence.
Sure. So we have all that from our farm. So maybe the only thing that we don't produce here is cooking oil.
But I won't be surprised if I come in 5 years' time and you're telling me that, oh, guess what? We've started using our processed cooking oil.
Yes, that is surprised because we have machines that we are setting up now that produces or that will produce
oil,
red oil, kernel oil, and we intend to, in future, buy machines that can process cooking oil.
Wow.
Yes, because the raw materials abound in the area.
Yeah.
I told you from the start that I have about a 40-acre oil palm plantation. So that is the core raw material for producing oil. And so we intend to get there in future. A journey of 2,000 miles starts with a step.
It starts with a little step, and then as we go along, little by little, we are able to get to where we want to go.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
So, Uncle Kofi,
Yes.
having been here for at least 2 decades,
Yes.
what is the kind of trajectory have you observed amongst the young people who live around here?
A very interesting question. It may interest you to know that I served here as District Chief Executive of the KJB District from the year 2001 to February 2009.
Okay.
Yeah. A very young man then, in my very early 30s. That one gave me the opportunity to mix with the young people. So we got to know each other. And I think that they drew a lot of inspiration from me because prior to my coming up to take the job as District Chief Executive, the Chief Executives were quite advanced in age.
Okay.
And so my coming gave the youth the thinking that, oh,
it's possible.
It's possible. And so after my job as District Chief Executive, a lot of young people started contesting parliamentary elections when District Chief. And since then, the whole thing has moved away from very old people to very young people.
Beautiful.
And so my coming marked a major turning point for the leadership structure of the KJB district.
I see.
And I think surrounding districts.
Communities.
That I was quite young when I came up.
Okay. What about the opportunities to pursue dignified and fulfilling jobs in agri? And because your space is very interesting. You have pigs, you have poultry, you have different things.
When you talk about agriculture, everybody takes it simple, like the art of tilling the land, producing some food on peasant basis. Some cassava or cocoyam for the family or plantain, and that is all. But the times have changed. Now the youth are being led to understand that agriculture by itself is a chain. Production is one thing, processing is another, and even marketing the end product is yet another. So that is how
we the logistics.
Yes, logistics and all that. So there has been this addition, and we have moved away from just agriculture that we have known in the past to agribusiness, which includes the processing, the marketing, and the end of it. So you see that the new government, President John Mahama and his government decided to rechristen the Ministry of Trade as Ministry of Trade, Industry, and Agribusiness. In time past, all of this was in Agri Ministry.
Yeah.
But I think the government realized that there's need for us to place a lot of emphasis on the trading component of Agri, so that the youth will see a good future.
Yeah.
So I hope that will tell Ghanaians a new story, and by so doing, encourage the youth to go into Agri. Because you find the people here, when you talk about youth, you are talking about people between the ages of 15 to 35. These people are the ones who are supposed to stay back home and till the land. They are supposed to step into the shoes of their parents to do farming. But they've all migrated to Accra. Go to Accra in the night, very deep in the night. And if you want to see how serious the situation is, on a rainy night, in the center of Accra, around Makala and Kaishi, you see a lot of these boys sleeping in front of people's shops. And I mean, they are left at the mercy of the weather. But they have parents back home, arable land, great lands, that they can really take over and cultivate and lead better lives. So what I'm doing here is not about so much profit for myself. In fact, all what I'm doing here is to really lead the youth by some form of example. That if they look at me, knowing that I was not raised from a farming family at all, and they know my international links and all that, then I come back to the ground and say I am farming. So you look at my corn farms, you look at my cassava farms, you look at my ginger farms, you look at my oil plantation, oil palm plantation, you look at my poultry, at my piggery, and all the others that I have, that should tell you that, oh, if this man who was not raised, by any way to the system of farming or agri, has come back, why don't I
continue
also
what I haven't taught?
Yes. But what is even interesting is that if you look at it, the boys around here, they live in Accra. Ginger is a very big produce here.
Yeah.
And they get quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
But they come around the season, farm, and then go back and stay in Accra until it's about time for them to harvest. But if you think that is profitable, why don't you stay here and do it big so that you can
really benefit from it?
You can benefit from it. So a lot of the things we are doing. And then again, in time past, we were just looking at the peasant way of farming. But now they can do large-scale farming.
Yeah. Yeah.
In those days, you need cutlasses to weed.
Yeah.
Today, there are weed killers all over the place. So one man can cultivate large spans of land, you see.
Yeah.
So, and now there are all kind of machines.
Yeah. The equipment.
All manner of machines, equipment. So it makes farming easy. You can farm like rice. I used to farm rice also.
Oh,
if
really?
you go there, yes, my rice have so many bags in the barn. It's so easy. Once you get a machine to do the preliminary works on the farm, and then you do the planting, and then you do spraying, you just wait for harvest.
You're on your way.
You're on your way. So it is easy. In fact, new trends or new machines, equipments have made farming very easy. And that is what we are trying to encourage the children to do, or our offsprings, or the youth to do. Because the future of Ghana's economy revolves around them. Moving to Accra and chasing after non-existent jobs is not the solution to our problem.
At all.
If we come back to the village to recultivate our villages and till the land on commercial basis, the sky will be our limit. That is the story.
I agree. And I think for me, the fact that you don't only have the primary production system in place, or should I say systems in place, but the fact that you're looking forward to adding value to them at different levels, depending on the type of product that you have, is interesting. And I think it's also, then I see it as a way for young people to also think about their future in agric and ATVET.
Yes.
So, right then, we're going for a quick break. When we return, this particular session, we explored how farming, the face of farming has changed. And therefore, there's a need for us to look at farming from a new perspective about mechanization, about coming together in cooperatives to ensure that we don't just do things at a subsistence level, but we are able to, improve and increase our production base. So we are going for a quick break. When we return, we'll find out more from Mr. Kofi Adjei Ntim. He is the one and only CEO, founder, district chief executive, former district chief executive, and many, many more. He wears many hats, as you can see. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. We are here in KJB and the place is serene and amazing. It's part of the OT region. So if you've never attempted to go around Ghana, OT region is a place that you must come to. And we have having a wonderful conversation with Mr. Kofi Adjei Ntim. He is the one multifaceted gentleman behind the Pensky Hotel, as well as he has some farms as well in animal husbandry, poultry raising.
Contractor as well.
He's a contractor as well. He has an oil farm. He has a maize farm. He has what have I left?
Poultry.
Poultry, soya farm as well.
Yes.
Yes. So
ginger.
He does a lot of stuff here in OT. He used to be the former DCE as well, about 15 years ago. He was a DCE as well. And the conversation has been interesting basically, because we're looking at opportunities that exist in the extended value chain for agribusiness and natives. And here's someone who is actually practicing, has the production part, has the production in both crop and animal, and also has the value addition part where he has the hotel, where he takes care. I mean, when produce from his farm are used in his kitchen. Tell me something. Do they buy it from the farms, or you give it to them, and so therefore you are operating an unfair pricing regime here?
Or they say chicken sales is seasonal.
Okay.
If you take chicken, maybe apart from Accra, if you take your birds to the farm at any time that you are going to sell in the economies like the KJB kind, you may not get people to buy. But why I don't have a worry is that even if I don't get a market to sell the live birds, I still have a way out.
Yes, somebody to take it to uptake.
Yes. So the best thing is, because if you keep one of the issues about poultry, now they are supposed to be there for a number of days, and you exceed that by a day, you start incurring a lot of loss because they consume a lot of feed. And so if you don't have the facility to maybe store them, then you are going to be in a lot of trouble. If you take your hens to the market, you take your birds to the market and they don't buy, you have to bring them back again to start feeding on your feed. And the feed is very expensive. So if you think that you try the market and it's not working, the best thing for you to do is that your cold store, your fridges are there. So do justice to them. Put them in the fridge, and then the hotel can use it. So that's another way out. So,
I love that.
Yes.
Also, or another option is to find nearby eateries and let them take the
Oh yes,
product
once
from
you put them in the fridge, dressed,
yeah,
you see people coming to buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at least they will stop consuming your feed. And so electricity bill will go high, but the cost of feed is so high that if you try to keep them beyond the number of days that they are supposed to live, you may not even break even.
It implies that you must see what the economies of scale look like and then decide which one is the best way out for particular products. So I want to find out from you, in your scheme of things, do you think that the concept of agriculture, value-added agriculture especially, is catching the attention of the young people here in KJB? And if it's not, how do we get them to engage?
Oh, it is. It is catching the young people.
Okay.
Because see, our grandfathers used to cultivate cocoa. And you know, cocoa has a lifespan. And they got to a place it wasn't fruiting as much. And so people had to cut cocoa and grow maize at some point. But then people have come to realize, the young people have come to realize that, hey, let's go back and recultivate the cocoa farms. So the average young man here from the district has some cocoa farm.
Fantastic.
Or has started some cocoa farm project.
Okay.
So, but that is in the long term. Cocoa takes about some years to fruit.
Yeah.
Once they do that, they also go into ginger. That gives them the immediate cash.
Yes.
To really fund their cocoa farm activities. So, a lot of them are going into agriculture. A whole lot. My whole thing is that some of them come from Accra, come and farm and go back to Accra without seriously doing anything. And I believe that if you have invested in everything, you need to stay around to ensure that your investment does not go to waste. So my piece of advice to them, yes, the investment, yes, but they should spend time down here so that they will steer their investments into...
Properly. And it will grow well.
Yes.
To grow well. One of the things I saw on the trip around the country is that many people have started thinking about how they'll add value to ginger. Yes. So they don't have to sell it at the raw production stage as they used to. but now you have value-added ginger. So in the next 5 years, if you look in the ecosystem here in KJB, where do you think young people, especially with regards to the agribusiness and native space, where do you think they'll be positioned? Will they be positioned in a way that they are taking advantage of it? And if they are, what do you think what roles you may have played in showing them the way?
Well, the role I would have played, if that gets to the point of SASA that we are looking at, will be my leadership by example style. Well, I don't come and get them together and read long speeches and all that. Anytime that I have to speak, I speak with practical experience. So I talk about one thing and you see me doing the same. So I'm not the kind of leader who comes to say this, but that's another thing. Then you will like, you just follow what I'm saying and not what I'm doing. And for me, if you listen to what I am saying,
I'm actually doing it as well.
And see what I am doing. They say in Akanda, all the stuff that I'm talking about are things that I have practiced. The farms are there. Everything is there.
So let me find out from you, Uncle. So in the end, if we bring everything together,
yes,
what message do you have to give to people who are watching us today who would like to say, I think I like what you represent, and how do I become like you?
How to become like me is simple. How to become like me is learn to be serious with issues. Everybody around me knows that I'm a serious person when it comes to job. If it comes to work, it's no joke. I can crack any kind of joke. Be my friend who have all manner of fun. But that is only when we have closed from work. Bible says that he who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom. If I put my hand into something, I make sure that it grows. On it. So my advice to the young people is that, yes, come back. Put your legs in the shoes of your forefathers. They farmed and built the story buildings that you are living in now. They built the family houses. It's about time for you also to continue from where they left off. But then, if you are going to be able to do that, you have to work hard. They didn't get this on a silver platter. They really have to work hard. Hard work breaks no bones. There's no need for you to be sleeping too much. After all, there's more sleep after death. Whilst we are alive, let us work hard.
Yeah.
And if it's about farming, you want to go into mechanized farming or commercial farming, it is difficult for you alone to do it. You may have to put your energies together to really get focused and initiate action to acquire the necessary financial resources to push you. And once you are able to do that, either by forming cooperatives or forming farmer-based organizations and identifying groups or institutions that have capacity to help you financially, you'll be great. The sky will be your limit.
I love
Farming
that.
is profitable.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. So you see, he didn't even advise you about how you can be like him. He showed you how you can even be greater
than me.
than him. So
Yes.
We've had the privilege today to listen to have a great conversation with Mr. Kofi Adjei Ntim. He is the owner of Penske Hotel, or he runs, he owns, he has a farm conglomerate as well, if you can talk about that, in terms of the fact that we have oil palm plantation, we have a ginger production center, we have maize, and then we also have the animal farming, which includes piggery, poultry, and goat rearing. So guess what? This is a multifaceted person. He is showing you that the idea about having multiple streams of income is not an illusion. It is possible if you are willing to pay the price. The price requires a little bit of concentration. It may require you going to partnership with people who are like-minded. It also involves you finding research to find out which organizations are available for you to work with. And therefore, know that it is possible wherever you are, not just in KJB, not just in, let's say, Damango, but any part of the world that you're situated, especially if you happen to be in the lovely, beautiful country of Ghana. And therefore, until we come your way again with another amazing edition of the Springboard Hangout, know that you are loved. You are blessed. You are the most important person in the whole wide world. We love you. Bye.